Morning, students. So this week you need to edit and revise your final draft of your last personal narrative. So I just want you to remember these quick revision tips. So the first part is that you're going to rewrite important parts of your narrative. So let's say that your rough draft, you got all your ideas down, either you typed them out or you wrote them on paper, and maybe you read it again and you realize that really only like one paragraph is usable for your final draft. This has happened to me before. This happened in grad school last year for me. So you would just take that one really good paragraph, and that's the one that you would rewrite, and that's the beginning of your final draft. Okay? Now, you can use this strategy. This is optional. Write twin sentences. So this is like parallel writing, where you have two sentences back to back that kind of like parallel each other, so they kind of match. So you could be like describing the setting, and you just use like the same sentence structure for both sentences. It's just it's a tip. You don't have to use it, but it's a tip to elevate the level of your writing. And number 3, you want to bring the characters to life. There's nothing worse than a boring story, right? So you want to make sure that your characters are speaking, that use dialogue, and make sure to use quotation marks whenever there's dialogue. So you have the quotation mark, what the character says, and another quotation mark to show that the character stopped talking. Make sure that the characters are doing actions, okay? So make sure that you're describing what they're doing and you're describing it in detail. And once you have in your mind what they're going to say and what they're going to do, then write it down. Get those ideas down on paper. And then finally, you're going to have to become your own writing partner, because you're not at school and you can't work with your writing partner right now. And so you got to reread your own writing and see if there's mistakes and go back and fix them. You need to question yourself. What are the questions that your reader's going to be asking? Make sure you have the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, why, and also how. Make sure you have the 5 W's answered so that your reader isn't going to be confused. And then finally, rewrite parts of your story that need revision. I can't wait to read your final drafts. Bye.